Hey guys, it's Alan here at LFC Red Chat. You can follow me on Twitter at LFC Red Chat or on Facebook if you type in the search little display part LFC Red Chat. You'll be able to find me on there as well. This video is for Jason Hardy, subscriber who does like to post longer comments on here. I thought just out of respect for him for taking the time to do these, I thought I would sit here and do a whole video for him replying to his comment, just to show him that I care about what he has to say, and I thank him for supporting my channel. And you too, if you want to do stuff like this, I'll try and do this a lot more regularly. I'm thinking of maybe like a Wednesday show, midweek sort of thing, where I'll maybe go on for, a lot of people say they like longer videos, so maybe I'll go on for like half an hour or so, answering people's comments throughout the week, just updating you on the channel and different things like that. So I think I'll start doing that. This one I don't know if we'll get 30 minutes, but we might. I'll ramble on for a while, but let me read out Jason's comment, and then we'll go through it, and we'll start talking about it. It's a good one. It's basically about Rodgers, sacking of Rodgers and stuff like that, but we'll read it and we'll go through it and you can decide. Okay, so this is Jason Hardy. Post-match, only one word comes close: rotten. Even trying not to care too much about the results this season and seeing it as a building and settling in period that was hard to watch. Totally agree with you. It was ridiculous to watch, Jason. I had an argument with someone pre-match about sacking Rodgers. I've always supported BR, and generally speaking so has he. But his patience is wearing thin. Out of interest, I checked the bookies' odds, bookmakers Vegas, if anybody is watching the US. Pre-match, Rodgers was, I'm guessing he's trying to say he was the 13th manager to be sacked at 20-1. Post-match, he had moved all the way up to 3rd, and he was 5-1. Okay. Twitter was much the same, with a much higher number of fans starting to question Rodgers' decisions. Bad result against Ludogorets, and we might be looking at a new coach in the new year, if not before. So, a lot of great points there, Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy. Jason Hardy. My bad, it's the late over here. I'm really sorry. But yeah. So you're arguing, I'm having the same argument with a lot of people on Twitter. No, not Twitter, Facebook. A lot of what I'm arguing about, I'm not really backing up Brendan Rodgers. A lot of people seem to think I am. I'm not too much. I'm starting to get a little bit tired. I believe in Rodgers, and I have a lot of patience in Rodgers. What I'm getting annoyed at is the same stuff, and this is supposed to be a squad that's supposed to be rotating, but we're having the same old squad being thrown out there and different things. That's what I'm getting annoyed at. I believe he knows what he's doing and stuff like that, but that's what I'm getting annoyed at. What I do get annoyed at is when people come on Facebook who are the fans that will say, oh well, they'll type on there, well, Rodgers has spent £120 million on players and he's bought absolute shit. First of all, it's not Rodgers that buys these players. Rodgers goes to the committee, he says, hey guys, I need a striker. I think we should get such and such. The committee will go, okay, we'll take that on board. We'll see who's available and we'll come back to you. Okay. So they'll go, well, we don't think we can afford him, but we're going to go after this guy. And I'll just go, well, okay, I guess so. If he's my only option, the committee will go after him. The committee will then tell Ian Ayres, they go, hey Ian, we need such and such. Can you call up the club and tell them that we're interested? So Ian Ayres will go on the club. Hello, we're interested in, let's say, for talking sake, Balotelli. We'll go Balotelli. Hey, we're interested in Balotelli. How much do you think would be possible for him to get him over here? He'll call up AC Milan. AC Milan will say, hey, well, I don't know, maybe something like 14 million. And this is how I think it goes. And Ian Ayres will go, 20. Ian, we said 14, 20 million. Okay, meet me in the middle, 16. And AC Milan will go, okay, I guess so, Ian. You know, you have fucking money to burn. And he'll go, bargain. Going for 16. Fucking too right. Then AC Milan will go tell Balotelli, Balotelli, we've accepted an offer for you, okay, from Liverpool. Are you wanting to go, or are you going to stay here and see out your contract? Totally up to you. And they'll say that to Balotelli's agent. Balotelli's agent will say to Balotelli, Liverpool are interested in you. Do you want to go over there and agree personal terms or not? Balotelli will say, okay, well, it's not working out here at AC Milan. I guess I'll go back and try out Liverpool. Liverpool's a big club, the fan base and everything else like that. Okay, let's get Ian Aird in. We'll go talk to him, we'll go talk about financials, and we'll go agree personal terms. Senior will come down with his checkbook. Okay, Balotelli, here's your, this is what I'm going to offer you per week. Balotelli will go, okay, done. So in all of that, Brendan Rodgers had one part in it. He said, I need a striker. That's it, that's all he does in that. That's how clubs operate. Not every club operates like that with the transfer committee. I believe Liverpool are pretty much alone in the committee sort of sense. A lot of continental clubs have directors of football. It's been tried a couple of times in the Premier League. It doesn't really work just because of the way the Premier League is kind of old-fashioned, the way that the manager says, hey, I need this guy. Normally it'll be Rodgers will say, hey, I want Balotelli. Go get me Balotelli, Ian Aird. Ian Aird will start the process and agree the sums of money. And that's how it is. If you want to tell it, say to anybody who's wasting money, you tell it to Ian Aird, because he's the one with the checkbook. He's the one that writes the transfer fees and pays the wages, not Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers coaches the players. So if you want to pick on him for his tactics, the way that they're being coached, the way that you see Lovren being pulled way out left sometimes, or you see Balotelli or the midfield not linking up, or players in different positions, that is something you criticise Brendan Rodgers for, and you do not criticise him for the amount of money that he spent, nor the players that he's been given, because not all of them are his players. Quite famously, Coutinho and Sturridge were not his players that he wanted to come in. And I read on here somewhere, Brendan Rodgers worked with Sturridge in the youth the team. I don't think he did. I don't think they were at the team at Chelsea at the same time. And Sturridge was never a youth player at Chelsea. He was a youth player at Coventry, I think it was, and he went through Man City's youth academy and came out. Then he got transferred to Chelsea, and then we picked him up from Chelsea. So I don't think they were ever there at the same time. I don't think Sturridge was ever there when Jose Mourinho was there. Could be wrong. Check up on that. Comments down below. Like always, if you want to fact check me on that, but I don't think so. Okay? So famously, Sturridge and Coutinho were not his picks, and they've turned out to be two of the best. Okay? So the committee works a little bit of the time. Brendan Rodgers signings work okay sometimes. Most of the time you're going to strike out in the transfer market anyway. Out of all the stars that you'll find a whole bunch of duds as well that just do not conform to the system, do not fit. So yeah. So he's growing thin. Him and his friend, or at least his friend, you could speak on his behalf, or his patience is growing thin on it. Okay. Twitter has been much the same. It's been much the same for ages. You've got these fans. We'll call them fans, because everybody has their own right to their opinion, and if anybody tells you different, tell them go fuck off, because it's your opinion, and as long as you have the facts, I do not mind you spouting your own opinion. Okay? I do not mind you. People shouldn't mind that you spout your own opinion as long as you have the facts. Okay? So that is how some people think I was bullying this one guy because I disagreed with him on the facts of what he was producing for his opinion. I was told him constantly over and over again, that is not right, this is how it works. This is what happens. Don't blame someone for something that he isn't even involved in. Okay? At least base your opinion around some facts. Okay, so if you are of the opinion that Rodgers should be out, you have your facts there. We're sitting, what are we, fucking 12th in the league or something like that, 11th or 12th in the league. You've got your facts there to say that managers should be sacked for that, for a team that has spent as much as Liverpool. It was not his fault that we spent that much, but for someone that's been given this caliber of player should be a lot higher up, and we're not. So you can base your facts around that. For me, I see it as being very unfortunate. You've lost Sturridge. You've lost Sturridge for half a season because he's not going to come back until at least 2050. You've lost him for the whole of the Champions League. You've lost Suarez, which was everybody thinks, oh, you had plenty of time to replace him. We lost him kind of late on by the time that it was all done and dusted. You know, the window ends in August. He was gone pretty much at the start of August, was he not? Sometime just after the World Cup. So he didn't have that much time. And nobody knew he was going. He was supposed to stay until he was a fucking idiot and bit the Italian boy. He was going to stay. Okay. So you've lost him. I think he's being unlucky. You've lost him. Other things that I don't agree with is where he plays Johnson at a time, why he keeps on playing Johnson, why he keeps on playing Lovren, why he keeps on demanding Steven Gerrard to play in the centre defensive midfield role when he has 3 to 4 other players that is their position and they should be playing in that. That is things that you should be able to criticise him on, and he's not doing it. He's not doing it. Okay? So that is why he's went from 20 to 1 to being sacked to 5 to 1 to being sacked. That's why. Rodgers on the pitch is not motivating these players. They give up, and they pretty much gave up against Crystal Palace. And he should be installing some fucking confidence in them. I don't know, but what do you do? What do you do? If you're not going to sack the manager, right? If you're not going to sack the manager, who's to blame? Somebody needs to be to blame for this. Do you blame Ian Ayre for how much he spent on these mediocre players so far? You could say yes, because we spent far too much on players. Lallana isn't worth 20-something million. Lovren isn't worth 20-something million. Balotelli, everybody thinks of a bargain. I thought it was about a fair price for him. I think Balotelli was fair. It was about how much he's worth, about 16 million. Lovren was far too much. Lallana was far too much. Markovic was far too much for a 20-year-old. Far too much spending 20 million for him. Did you sack him? You'd probably say yeah. You'd probably Ian Ayre would be the first. Second after that would be new owners, because I don't like the transfer committee policy. A lot of people think, you know, the owners are, here's one, if you do sack the manager, you need to get rid of the owners as well, because whoever the owners are going to bring in is going to be someone just like Brendan Rodgers, a yes man, because that is all the person who's going to fill that in. People are wanting Klopp. Klopp doesn't want someone telling him who to buy. He might have a sporting director. Director of football at Borussia Dortmund, I don't know. I don't follow Bundesliga enough, and I don't pretend to. Rafa will definitely say no, because he wants to pick his own players. He doesn't want to be told by anybody, or come back to a club that you know, that you've been at before, and you've had all this other power, and someone else telling you now that you're not allowed to get who you want. He's not going to put up with that. So Rafa's out. Klopp is still under contract with Borussia Dortmund. I believe he's very happy at Borussia Dortmund, and he'll find a way to get out of his situation, because they're doing the business in Champions League. So he'll find a way out of that. So there's Klopp and Rafa that I always see, oh, we need to bring these people back. So they're not going to do that. You're going to find a yes man. So who's your yes man going to be? Someone said Ronald Koeman at Southampton. He's only just in the fucking door at Southampton. He's got him up to second. Why is he coming away from that? I'm going to have to offer him big bucks to get away from that. So who's left? I don't know who's left. It's like get the striker as well. Who's out there? You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I don't know who you're going to bring in if you sack Rodgers. So you can bring in whoever Ian Ayre's fucking position is. Fucking 10 a penny. You can buy a player, negotiate a price for someone. And then there's people out in Dubai for the ownership. So I don't know. But yeah, I hope I answered your question there, Jason, or at least commented back to your comment is what I'm trying to do, because there wasn't a question in there. You didn't really say which way you were leaning. You said I've always supported BR, but generally speaking, so is he. So I don't know. I'm guessing you were supporting Brendan Rodgers in the argument. So good on you. I would as well. I think it's more than just one person. There's more than just one person on the pitch, more than just one person in the management position, more than just one person at Ian Ayre's position, more than just one person at the ownership position as well. That is holding Liverpool back at the moment. Okay guys, if you have any comments, any questions, anything else, if you want to do comments that you want me to comment back to on your own video, go ahead and leave comments on whatever video you want that you want me to talk about, to chat about. Comments down below on this one if you have anything to say about what I said. Subscribe button up above if you want to be informed whenever I put out my videos and everything else. Subscribe button up above if you like my channel. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you like this video. And be safe. Okay, let's get up for this Load the Greats game. Have a good one guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.